And well, you started playing the guitar, I think, pretty early.
Yeah, when I was about 9.
How come? So when you're 9, I think, heyday of the Beatles.
It wasn't the Beatles that I was listening to. It was initially it was like ballads that I would have heard from my brother. But already by the time I was 10, 11, 12, I was becoming aware of people like Donovan and then James Taylor and then Neil Young and then Bob Dylan and people who wrote songs. I very quickly got the sense that, you know, if I play this guitar and sing, then I can start to write songs. It was like a natural progression.
What songwriters are? They write songs and just perform them by themselves mostly. What is it? What had appealed to you, writing songs?
I think I was a bit of a loner. I was always a bit of a loner. I always was quite content in my own company as a young boy. I'd get on my bicycle and cycle around the area where I grew up in completely alone and be very happy.
Which you still do?
Yeah, I still do it.
Yeah.
I'm still the very same. I mean, when I come to Amsterdam, the first thing I do is get a bicycle and I can cycle this city all day, every day, and be completely alone and completely happy. It's strange. But it's hard to explain what's appealing about writing songs. It's a very beautiful way to express yourself. It's not exactly poetry. It's not exactly singing a song. It's not exactly playing music. It's all of those three things. It's three very different forms of expression. Singing, playing music, and writing words. They're very different, and each one of them on its own has value. But when you bring them together in a song, then it's a very special experience for me.
Do you think about how to combine these three?
Yeah, I think about it very carefully.
But is it... I can imagine that if you think about it too much, then maybe it gets too, polished, you know? It's too thought about.
No, it's not about... It's not necessarily... I think I know what you're
Yeah.
saying. I think I know what you're saying, that it needs to be...
On instinct, you know?
Yeah. But for me, you have to be careful with instinct, because instinct is fine. Instinct is great. But instinct without any experience or without any commitment or passion is usually kind of boring and dull. And a lot of the time, people alone with their guitars, for me, a lot of the time, make quite dull music and quite... I think that the idea of really working hard, it comes down to work for me. It's about work. And there are three areas of my creative life I have to work very hard at. And through working hard, I find that when the instinct comes and the spontaneity happens, those moments of magic that you're talking about, it's much better if you're prepared. If you've been working, then there's a good chance you're going to end up with something really beautiful.
Yeah.